ETA video. I'm currently looking at Firo USD. Speculative, I mean, because all eyes on Bitcoin at the moment and its plays. Bitcoin is the forefront, the front runner of this pack, you could say. And whatever it does, you're going to see alts crash and bleed. So do keep a close eye on Bitcoin. I do believe that it is potentially starting to form some structure, potentially. Again, zooming out is always a good way to look at it. But I just want to look at Firo quickly anyway. And straight off the back here, look, you can see you've got this base level of support here for Firo, which is around there, because you can see, look, as you've come up from here, you've had this low, you've come down to it, support, up, support, and right now you're currently creating higher lows for yourself. It's negative because you are rolling over currently, and you've lost the 55 here on the weekly. So this week close will be quite important, but you are holding higher lows, and within that, you've got this hidden bullish divergence here, because you've got a low here, right, which is this low, and then you've got a lower low in the RSI, a lower low, but you've got a higher low. This low here is higher than this low in the chart. So you're forming some sort of hidden bullish divergence, which means you're looking for a breakout. And it's a bullish divergence, so normally it signals reversal. Does it have to play out? Not necessarily, not 100%. It's not ideal for me to sit here and say to you guys, okay, this is going to happen because this indicator says this or this pattern says that. No, it doesn't. Again, it's all eyes on Bitcoin, and do keep an eye on it. But that potentially is what's happening here. And if you do even roll even more and create a lower one, and you create even more of a hidden bullish divergence, and you come down and test this trend line here, that is where you could potentially see a massive breakout for Firo. Not financial advice, and you could start coming up to retackle these sort of levels of resistance for yourself above. But as I said, you're holding. You haven't lost key structure yet until you lose. I think it's about 50. I think it's about $5.20 something or something like that around this low here, and then start losing this low for yourself. That's when it gets into trouble. That's when you get into trouble. So let me just close off this RSI quickly and have a look at the chart, because potentially you could be in some sort of horizontal triangle here, just a massive horizontal, something like this anyway, where you've come up, look, you found your low here, and that's your low. You got your bullish cross on the weekly here, and look, you came up really impulsively, and what happens when you do that? You do look how overextended you are here from the EMAs for Firo. Look, the 20s all the way down here, and you're up here in the price action. So you had a massive roll. I think that was about a 10x pump from January to May. Massive gains. So a rollover was expected, and you can see, look, from where you've broke out, you've nearly rolled over to that sort of level. Look, you came all the way down here, and you kind of nearly back tested that for support, but you created, look, as I said, you've got this low here, you've created a higher low, this is a higher low. I know that this right now is toying with this. We kind of want to see this low hold here for Firo, or potentially you're coming up in some sort of this could be like a descending triangle, someone would say, and then you break out, lose this level of support here, and once you start hitting your head on this, that's when you're rolling over into your bear market, and it's quite negative, really negative. So we don't want to see that. But as I said, you do have that hidden bullish divergence. You are coiling up for some sort of break, because look, resistance, support, and now look, you're toying around with this sort of area. So you want to see some sort of bullish reversal pattern here, where you come up and potentially an ascending triangle here, boom, 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 higher lows, and you get a breakout, and you start coming back up to tackle this level of resistance, because you are sort of ranging between that as well. You can see, look, all the way across here and all the way across here. You can see you're just ranging currently. You had a breakout, but you came straight back down into it, and you're ranging. But from here, you're creating higher lows. You see, look, the price is here, the price is here, the price is here. You've come up, you've come into it again, you're creating higher lows right now. So I'm going to clear that up, because that is extremely messy. But potentially you could say you're in, if you want to go from the closes, again, that would look quite negative in that sort of idea, because you've lost that and you've come into it and hit your head. That looks quite negative. But if we go from wick, I want to go from wick and see where we are. I think around this area is just such a key level for Firo to hold. I really do. But potentially, where are we? Something like this, where you could be coming up to this sort of level of resistance here for yourself. Yeah, and you've come down, lost support, lost hold in support of this previous resistance, because resistance broke out. You wanted to come back to that, hold that for support, and then break out. That's ideally what you wanted to happen for Firo, but that didn't happen. You lost support, and you've come back down to that. And now look, you're coming up in some sort of, this potentially is an ascending triangle. If this retains a higher low than this current price here, then it's an ascending triangle potentially. You just need to see a bounce here, kind of come up and try and tackle that. If you don't, you could get choppy and break out all the way down here somewhere. But I do think a breakout is coming relatively soon. So do keep a close eye. As I said, weekly time frames, the bigger time frames are just a lot easier to look at for patterns and stuff. When you zoom in and you're looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and you see that looks like that looks like an insane dip. That just looks like madness. And you get a bit lost in it. Just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, and you can see that Firo is still potentially on its way. As I said, just watch out for, just watch out for support around this area. It needs to close. It needs to close above this on the weekly. So yeah, watch this space for Firo, guys. That's a short video. I hope you enjoyed. From Chartner TA, take care and peace out until next time.